Hold on.
Hello.
Hi.
Yes.
Yes.
We can
Yeah.
hear you.
Now, testes 1, 2. There we go. Woohoo! All right. Welcome, everybody. We're doing a little bit of Starfinder in the Svenzone. It is Sunday night, and we have our new and improved group photo here. You guys can see everybody in all their glory. It is to scale, so even though
Wow, our ship is awfully small.
the Vesk is taller, if you look at Twitch, if Twitch were to sort of climb up a wall, he would actually be longer than Verti is tall. But you get the point. And then, of course, we have our Squawks Beaker bringing up as the smallest of the party. All right, so we have everybody with us tonight except for Mr. Reno. But the rest of us are here and ready to go. So, real quick, in 60 to 90 seconds or so, the question of the day is what, if any, morning routine do you have? So, I'm going to start with Jingo.
What does the doctor do in the morning? The first thing he does is he will hit the snooze alarm like 3 times. Then he will grudgingly get up and he will go to the lavatory and do his basic business there. Then stand with his eyes half open while his caffeinated beverage machine makes caffeinated beverage, and then wander off to feed the squawks while the caffeinated beverage is making, because the squawks is making noise because it's time to be fed. And stumble around my house for about an hour before I wake up. That's Doc's morning routine. He's not really a morning person.
Gotcha. All right. And so, Svenor, you're a little washed out tonight. You've never had that problem before, Roberta. Did you change a light or something?
That is because of the sun's position. Since we sprung ahead or whatever it was that we did in March, the sun is at a different level right now, and I don't have a curtain or a shade on that window. So until the sun sets a little bit more, I am going to be basking in the sunlight.
All right.
Just as Twitch does. Twitch enjoys basking in the sunlight. His morning routine includes doing some stretching and limbering up for the day, checking weapons and armor, and just trying to stay limber because, he does occasionally have to roll into a ball or choose to roll into a ball or burrow underground. So he likes to stay in shape and not get hurt in the process.
Very nice. All right. And what about Kendrick?
Okay, is this my character's routine or my routine?
Whatever you feel comfortable talking about. Will Robinson and the robot or Kendrick?
No. Will Robinson doesn't have to sleep, so not a lot of morning issues. But personally, I am right there with
Doc.
Doc, yeah, the Doc. Excuse me. I'm right there with Doc. I hit my snooze alarm at least a minimum of 3 times each morning, depending on when I set the alarm for. Sometimes I'll set the alarm a little earlier and hit it a few extra times for no apparent reason. But yeah, I am definitely the procrastinator to get up out of bed. The minimum amount of work I need to do in the bathroom, get dressed, get some coffee, and let it soak in as I'm driving to work. So that's pretty much my routine.
Gotcha. And then what about you, Bobby or Loki?
Me, my alarm clock goes off at 5:30 in the morning. I also hit the snooze alarm a few hundred times. Then finally at 6 o'clock, my second alarm goes off. I get up. Try to get the kids up so they could get ready for school. Oh, once they get up, get ready for school, we leave at 7 o'clock. I take them to school. I come home and I either take a nap or watch some YouTube before I have to be at work at 9:30. Then I come home at 4.
Awesome. And what about you, Logan or Verti?
I mean, what I do is when I wake up, I don't do anything for a few hours, and then I decide it's finally time to get up, and then I do stuff. Very healthy habits I have.
Nice. All right. Well, speaking of getting things rolling and getting things going in the morning, um, the group has been running around all day. It's been quite the day. When last we left, they had uh, come to they had finished up talking to Mama Fats and got some information. She runs the blood shots, and then they found out about um, the EOS Club and done some research on that uh, on the computer and asking around as well, chatting it up with different people at the place that you guys were staying. And then you headed out bright and early, got a RoboCab, and about 8 o'clock come strolling up to this beat up abandoned building. Let me give you the flavor text again of what you guys see as you're coming in, as you're coming up on this thing. There's this, it's sun bleached. Um, if you all remember, it was an athletics club, basically, a gym that the dome above in this area in the Corona district um, isn't always functioning like it should, and it had this breach that lasted a lot longer than some of the other ones, and some people were killed, and the shut down the club. They never did recover from that, and they shut it down, and it's never been open since. But you have been able to find out that this is
I'm using
now
it.
being used by a group called the Brass Dragons.
Oh, it's mine.
And from what you've been able to turn out, hey, from what you've been able to determine, the Brass Dragons paid the blood sports,
Yep,
blood
we can see
shots
you.
Go on to bed.
to raid the museum and transmit the information from the Deep Culture Institute. So you've been tracking down this information, where it was sent, and this is your third location. You think this might be the final location where it was eventually ended. But that is what you're here to find out. So what happened to the information and why the Brass Dragons are interested in the stuff from the Deep Cultures Institute. You've also found out that the Brass Dragons were behind the uprising when you first started this whole bit in the bubbles in Asana Town. So Lots of questions. You feel like you're on the cusp of getting some answers, but first you have to figure out what's going on in this old abandoned building. Do you guys remember what happened when you rolled up to the building?
I think we found a door that was, if I remember right, and I could be wrong. I think we had found a door that was concealed and we're trying to get it open or had gotten it open and triggered a security alert. I don't remember. It has been so many games since then.
We walked in the front door and there was a security robot at the desk that got mad at us.
Didn't it throw a grenade at one of us?
So what had happened was there's a sign on the front door that said "Don't enter building unsafe." Will had sent in Robot, his drone, to do his little sneaky advanced scouting mission, and you saw a robot behind the desk, a security robot. It looks all beat up and weren't even sure if it was functioning. It was unmoving, and we determined that it was functioning. And his drone came around, and when everybody was ready, blasted this thing before anything else happened. When it then got its turn, it threw a grenade. Yes, a sonic grenade. Huge deafening blast that exploded, and that's where we had ended. So no, it didn't initiate the combat. That was done by a robot. And a couple people, or at least one, Twitch had learned something about the robot that was a little interesting. So this is where we're going to pick up. Anybody, as you guys came into the room, let me give you the flavor text for as soon as the first person came in, which I think was Verti. It might have been Loki. I don't remember.
I think it might have been Doc.
I think it was me.
Doc never even came in, and Doc was way in the back, so I know it wasn't him. But the robot had said, "This building is unsafe. Exit immediately." And you see a charred desk, and there's a chair, there's trash and paint and stuff all over the floor. There are some other doors to the west and another door to the north. But that is where you guys are now. And that's where we pick up in round 4. So it's been about 20 seconds, almost 30 seconds since everything started with Robot blasting this thing. And that is where we're going to pick up. I don't know. There it is. Okay. All right. Any last comments before we get rolling? All right. So we're going to start with Loki. I'm going to do away with the movement for a moment.
Hold on. Let me close the combat tracker.
So I don't think you have field dressing applied, Doc, because it was still, that might be from yesterday. So if you want to remove that from him.
Okay.
Same thing with Will Robinson, because this is the first time we didn't have any fights leading up to this. Anybody else that you find in the combat tracker that has that, you can remove that.
Yeah, so I guess I'm gonna move to where this pile of rubble is, just 2 blocks north of the robot we're fighting. I might have to have you do it for me.
All right, and I'm sorry. What are you doing? 2 squares north of the robot?
Yeah, I want to move to the.
Oh, move there. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I just accidentally removed an effect from Twitch that should have stayed on there. I'm going to put it back on.
Okay.
Let's see if it'll let me. And on action. Oh, I need to target the thing. Can you target it for
I
me,
can.
Sven? I'm gonna shoot it with my laser or pistol.
All right.
It's we're gonna try. Can't you double click on it to do the roll?
Yes, you should be able to, where it says ATK and then +1, or near laser pistols +5.
So let's see.
If it changes to a hand, your cursor changes to a hand, then that means you're good to go.
It's shenanigans. Mm,
So because I don't have
You're just gonna have to roll for me.
okay. This is what you're fighting again. It looks all beat up and barely functioning, but that's what it is. All right, so shot comes up, goes flying past Will's head as you go to move and stumble over a piece of debris on the floor. All right, and so the robot is still on fire. This robot's on fire from a critical somebody did with their laser pistol. And it doesn't know enough, or it's not functioning properly enough to turn it off. But it is going to tink, 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 tink as it tosses out its another grenade. So I need a reflex save from Robot is too far away, and Loki is too far away. Everybody else, Verti, Will, Twitch, Doc, and Orindor. Orindor, you're going to get a +2. I need a reflex save DC 13.
That's not a very good
Ouch.
reflex save.
Oof. 1 on the dice.
Barely. There we go.
All right, and so for the sake of simplicity, I'm just going to roll. Nobody has any kind of
Was it a
resistance.
reflex or a will save?
It's reflex.
Wow. Okay, hang on.
The reflex.
He's a lonely dog.
I want to re-roll that.
So
What's your
for the sake of time, I'm just going to do 1d10 for everybody. It should be individually, but I'm not going to worry about it. Ooh, I don't know. I don't like it. I'm going to re-roll it.
what?
All right,
Only
so
if I get to re-roll my save.
You made your save anyway.
No, I didn't. My
13 is
reflex
the
was
save.
7.
if she rolled a 7, she rolled a will save.
So you re-rolled. Oh yeah, I would have just taken that and said your reflex is actually higher.
7. All right, so everybody takes 1 point of damage from the sonic vibrations blasting out of this thing again. If the walls shake, dust comes down from some of the plaster falls off the wall as this thing sends off its grenade. Robot, your go.
And I will once again arc pistol the crap out of it. Oh, robot did the job.
Nice, and that was enough. As it blasts
The
into
arc
it,
pistol.
it shuts down, and all right. So, Will, are you going to be doing anything else, Will? Finish off the round real quick.
Not unless. No, I don't think there's anything else needed to be done there.
Okay. All right, and get rid of him. All right. So is Orindor going to be doing anything? He has a special boost to his movement right now, which is nice because being a little guy, he does not move very fast.
Let's see. He is going to move up. See, we don't currently have. He's just going to get a little bit closer to have a better look.
Alrighty. So like a little Marvin the Martian runs on up.
And that's all
Does he
he's
have
going
his
to do.
Does he have his B-38 space modulator?
That creature took the space modulator.
All right. Well, Doc, you get this feeling that something is watching you, and that feeling would be correct. As from the rooftop, this head appears and keeps appearing and keeps appearing.
From outside on the roof?
Yes. Let me show you a picture. It's very beautiful. Very seems like it's almost made out of glass, and it has all these pretty light blue eyes. As this thing comes down over the roof.
Is it moving slow like a snake, or is it moving fast like it's going to swallow me?
It is moving up to you as if it's going to attack you.
Wow.
Come on. Oh, it's because it's
In an unfriendly manner, so to speak.
So he is unfriendly.
there he is.
Okay.
Oh yes, it is not friendly, and
Hello.
Unique creature.
you are almost positive it was not there when you guys walked up or drove up with Interrobable Cab. You would have seen it on the roof because of its size. This thing is a huge creature. Good news is, well, I'll maybe tell you the good news later. But
Doc sees a shadow and turns around and sees this, and he's like, "Oh my!"
Yes. Little George Takai there.
It was a very
As
passable George Sky.
so, this thing, there it is. Okay, so we can do a multi-attack or a single. It's going to try and lash out with my tentacle. Oof. As this tentacle wraps around you. I want to make sure I'm doing this correctly. Because it is trying to swallow you and may very well do so.
Just know that I already have my next character ready if Doc buys it.
Right, the squawks will carry on without him. All right, so if it rolls above your KAC when it tries to hit you, then you are swallowed. And so it rolled a 32.
Way above me.
And KAC is
Kinetic armor class. My kinetic armor
KAC
class.
plus. Actually, no, I meant CMB, which is KAC plus 8. But your combat maneuver.
That's he still
22.
beat it by 10. He still beat it by 10.
So yes, so
He got a near critical hit.
Nice.
As this giant maw comes down and picks up the Doc.
So what you guys don't hear, oh my, you hear, oh, Mort.
You do have a communicator. I'm using the wrong map. Hold on. So you can discuss your will if you wish to do so. All right, so this thing sort of lifts up its head and ingests him. You are restrained. And will begin to take damage. On your turn. You can then try to escape, also on your turn. People can also try to attack and try to assist getting you out, or try cutting it open when it dies, that type of thing. The good news is you guys can see Doc, as this thing is made mostly of some sort of clear, almost glass-like substance, as you see him
I'm sorry,
in there.
Doc in the same room with us?
Doc just got swallowed by this critter.
Correct. He is at
No,
the
I know, but
I was back at the back door. The door we came in.
Yep.
But we can see this still?
Well, you can hear it, and as you turn and look, you can see sort of out the door. I'll give it to you, saying you can see the body of it and his little legs as he gets lifted up. You can see enough to know what's going on. You may not have a clear shot at this thing from where you are, depending on who you are, but we know it's definitely something's going on. Like I said, Doc still has his communicator, so he can still talk to you and say what's going on. All right, so let's move on. It is Doc's turn next. I wanted to give you one other picture of a typical quote-unquote glass serpent. So that's what they look like by themselves. without the other drama. You can see the tentacles around its maw, and that's what's wrapped around you as it snapped you up.
Ah! On the communicator, I'll say, "There's Ronald! Get me out of here!" And I will, I'm restrained. Did you already put the effect on me so it will compensate for whatever I try to do?
I have not. Give me just a moment. Effects. And you are actually grappled and restrained. There you are. Wink.
Let me look up exactly what restrained does here, because I know what the 5e restrained is. I think it's different.
All right. No, I might have been.
I
might have
got it.
misremembered that. Give me a second here. Let's see.
I don't see restrained
It's
in
grapple. It's grapple.
the grappled. Okay.
Yep. Which is on you. Yes.
Grappled, you're restrained.
Yes.
You can't move. You take a -2 penalty. Armor class attack rolls, saving throws, initiative checks, dexterity. Ooh, okay. I can't take actions that require 2 hands to perform. Would administering a dose from my med kit take both hands?
I'm going to
I
say.
basically
Give me a
want
sleight
to
of hand, because I think it would. You would have to be able to load your in the gun, the injector, or whether it's a
hand to hand.
syringe
I
or
can
whatever.
just administer it with the syringe, but
Right. So you still have to load the syringe with whatever you're using,
all right.
or if you're turning a knob.
I tried, but I failed because I was going to try to make it throw me up by squirting something inside it.
Nice.
But that was my turn, and I did not do it.
All right. So you do take a little bit of damage. I'm going to jump back to him real quick. Where's Doc? There he is, Mike. All right, Verti.
Okay. That's cool. Just see that happening. Hearing Doc just yell, turning around, and he's getting like eaten. That's cool.
I bet Doc doesn't think it's cool.
Yeah, no, he's not really digging it.
And that's all my movement for this turn. That sucks, but
Okay, so you are adjacent to it.
I guess I'm gonna try to get it to drop Doc by hitting it, I guess.
All right.
Or at least attempting to. I do have one entropy point. I could use that, but I think I'll just try to attack it regularly first with an entropic strike.
Nice.
That's a crit.
Way to go, man.
Nice.
All right, so you're running up, slam your. Oh, you got your shield in one hand, slam your fist into it, and it.
I like to think I just shield charged it and rammed into it.
Okay. You slam into it with your shield, and where the shield hits, these little micro cracks go out, affecting the scales and the skin, It starts to peel off and fall onto the ground as the entropy takes effect. Twitch.
Alrighty. I'm gonna book out this door.
You are adjacent to it. I know it's sometimes a little hard to tell with the colors that are being used right now. Oh, here, let me get you out.
So if I come out this door, I can still go this way one step, right?
You would be leaving its a threatened square, so it would get an attack of opportunity, but yet you could.
I can't use it as like a side step or a cautious step or.
Well, you already used your movement, so you can't do, unless you use that as your action, you can then do a guarded step as your action.
So if I'm moving like one swift movement out this door and to one square that way, he gets an opportunity attack.
He does, yes.
Well, that's just evil. I can't do anything up close that I want to do being adjacent. I have to take a step away.
I mean,
You can
I'm
take the chance.
All right.
It could
I
miss.
could.
No,
Yeah,
It's already
I'll take
I
got
the
one
could.
chance.
swallowed, so it's probably not going to swallow you.
I'm gonna use my axe against it then. Let's see. Oh, good. There's a bonus. There we go. So I strike at him with my axe and I cut him a little bit.
All right, you run up, slash at him. Tink. Again, these little bits come flying off. You slam into it. You see Doc in there. Doc, you see them up below you now as this thing is rearing its head. I want to take a quick second, say hello to Atomic and Mantha who are hanging out in the chat. Appreciate you guys.
Oh, Ship of Fools was in there earlier too.
All right, so quick Will and Robot.
Second to check the distance. Oh, it's not telling me. Starfinder doesn't tell you the distance apparently when you target something.
It's
Oh, there it
35
is.
feet.
No, I see it now. Thank you. It wasn't showing when I didn't have my cursor on my robot.
He's going to have full cover with Verti and the doorways.
No, I've got 40 speed. I'm just checking the. All right, so I will move there and dang it, stop it. Grabbing the wrong button. There. What happened? It stopped. Again, let's try there.
All right,
And
so
then there.
give me a. Let's see. Go ahead and give me a stealth check. I know you're not actively stealthing, but you are a very small creature. It has somebody swallowed. 2 people have already hit it. I want to see if it even notices you enough to bother with you. 17. So let me check something. Do a little wisdom check on this guy. All right, it does not have any kind of special perceptions or anything like that. All right, so it is just going to ignore you. It does have an up attack when you move out of Verti's space, but it's not going to take it. So,
Right.
Did you want to move one more space over?
No, just far enough to. That's
Okay.
my full 40 to the space that I ended in. Actually, it's not where I ended it. That should be right there.
One more space over. Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's issues with
It stopped me.
map. The
Is
map
it?
not going that
Oh,
far.
the map
So that's why.
stops. Oh,
So that's fine.
is that a wall?
You're 10 feet away.
Okay, that works. And then I will static arc it. Another pistol shot.
Okay.
I hope I hit regularly because I don't have a whole lot of ammo left. Charges left. Right. Fairly inconvenient.
A little zapping comes out. Doc, you feel a little tickle as electricity arcs through this thing. Will.
Right, and I will 30.
Yes, you will.
Run to there. Me will. All right to there. Which would make me adjacent, yes. After getting through the doorway.
All right, so again, I will pause before I approve it. Well, and this thing will get an opportunity attack because as you move from Verity's space into another location.
When I come, since I'm showing through the doorway and then moving it. Okay.
Do you still want to move there?
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. It's the only way I'm going to be able to attack the thing.
Normally, you wouldn't be allowed to move diagonally through an enemy square, but this thing is so big and it's a serpent, so it's not like it's a block, so I'm not going to worry about that. I'll allow it to do it in this case, but it is going to try to snap at you with its little viney tentacle things come reaching down at you. Boom.
Could I? Wait.
Yep, you have special stuff.
Oh, never mind. I don't have that quite yet. I can only take half the damage.
Alright, so if he gets hit, then you can do it. Cool. Alright, so he's going to... There it is, tentacle. Wow. $11 is a miss. Alright.
Cool.
So you sort of duck out of the way as this tentacle reaches down for you.
I'm going to spin around to attempt to use the momentum to swing at it with my battle staff, but does not hit.
Alright, Twitch, back to you. Now you can take your 5-foot step.
No, I think I did pretty good with my axe. I think I'll swing it again.
Okay.
Oh.
14 damage, slams into this thing. And this sort of almost clear pinkish liquid comes spewing out of it as you slam into it.
And this is why I stretch in the morning.
There you go. Orndor.
Orndor. He can see it from where he's at, can he not?
Yes, like I said, you've got two doors, Verti and Twitch. They're two biggest people, but you know it exists, and you know it's there. You can see it, yes.
All right, he's going to take a full action to shoot 3 magic missiles at it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That will do it. As they go zipping around corners and past ears and antennae, slam into this thing.
Nice.
And that was a full action, so he cannot move.
1, 2. There was.
It died.
Did you do 3?
I thought I did 3, did I not?
One? I don't know.
Yeah,
I
there's
was
3.
just checking. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
1,
the
2,
6,
3. Okay.
6, and 3. Yeah, I did them all.
All right, and with that, this thing collapses. Doc, you are still inside it.
I'm going to try to break my way out, but Doc's kind of flabby and not very tough.
Oh, I'm just going to take my axe over there and just kind of hack it open.
Wait, you could kill Doc that way. A little more like a knife would be useful. less.
It's made out of
hacking.
glass. Hit it with a hammer.
Okay, I don't think it's literally
Is it
made out
really
of
glass?
glass. I think it's just semi-transparent. No.
Yes, it is. That is correct. All right, and you do take a little bit more damage.
Oh. Whew. That just came shy of using up all my fatigue. Get me out!
Anybody have a knife?
Can I try to just rip
So
it
yes,
open? That'd be
between
cool.
Verti and Twitch especially, and Will as well, even and Loki, you guys are all big enough and strong enough to come over there and get him out. And I will say, at that point, you're able to do it quick enough to where he won't take any more damage. Let me go ahead and clear out the drop out of initiative. There you go. And don't forget.
Don't recommend doing that.
That you guys can do knowledge checks in the middle of fights just to see what you know about creatures. Doc is a special person who has a special thing he can do as a movement action, but anybody can just do.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance
So.
to do that before it swallowed me.
Yep. All right. So.
You need a chainsaw.
As Doc is now covered in this sludge, it's nice thing is it's mostly clear, so it's not like he just looks wet.
I'll take samples of it for study later.
Okay.
I am
Do
a
the eyes look
bioengineer.
like they? Do the eyes look like they might be like actual crystals? Because I might grab some.
So, go ahead and give me a medicine check. It's very low.
And now that I'm out of it, I want to do the life science check to identify it.
Why is that I get ridiculously great rolls on low needed rolls?
All right. So you're able to determine, Doc, that this thing has special abilities to where it can turn invisible, which is why you guys didn't see it sitting on top of the roof when you guys walked up.
I'm more concerned with how intelligent is it? Is it a beast? Is it a sentient creature?
Does it have treasure?
Oh, I want to know, was it just sat here as a guard dog or was it moving with purpose? You know, dragons are smart, drakes are not.
It is not intelligent at all.
It's just a beast of some sort. But it was left here on purpose, I'm thinking. Is there
Makes sense.
anything on it that, like a collar or a tag or anything on it to identify maybe who it belongs to?
Here it is. This is what I was looking for. Um, all right, so with those roles, you do know that you can use some of it, the scales and such, to make things from it. Uh, so will is that's what you are able to, as you're doing a quick search in your memory banks. You know, you can make glass skin as an augmentation that you can, so you can cover your own skin and become invisible. So if you put these little scales, embed them in your skin, and
Cool.
there's also a light warp inlay armor upgrade that can be made. That again allows you to become temporarily invisible, like the spell, but it's
That'd be kind of
So
a predator.
technological, not magical.
I will share that with Doc and then get his
Hmm.
assistance in trying to remove some of this crap.
Yeah, I think we should definitely harvest some of this and see what we can do. I know we're on a time constraint, but you know we need to collect the viscera and such of this while it before it starts to decay. So we're going to take the time out to collect some samples from it for later use, possibly.
All right. So did you two get a pop up?
I did.
Okay. So that is probably more information than you'll ever want to know. But there you go. Will, your roommate, did his doctoral thesis.
Hermaphroditic, capable of mating with itself. That's pretty funny. Is
That's right.
much more
Oh,
information than I
these are
needed.
natives of Eox.
People have told him to
No
go screw
wonder they
himself.
developed invisibility. If I lived on an undead planet, I'd want to be invisible too.
Oh,
But they do. I will share. I will remind Doc. You know, they do tend to travel in pairs. So
I need survival checks for those of you. First of all, uh, it's up to you guys whether or not you want to have one person focus and everybody assist, or whether or
I'll
not
assist.
you want to each try and do a different section of it.
I could definitely do some.
Basically, the scales are what you need. You're trying to
I'll,
harvest the
wow.
scales.
I
I
could.
will assist.
Okay, I could do it. I've got pretty
All
good
right. Anybody
survival.
else trained in survival that wants to assist? Let me see.
I will.
Negative.
I will.
All right. So if you
Why
are,
is survival a charisma skill?
it's not. It's wisdom.
It's
Okay,
wisdom.
mine was tagged to charisma. I'm like, wait a minute.
Is yours a special? Yours might be
Um,
special.
oh, it might be. You're right.
I don't know if that it is, but it might be. You never know in Starfinder. So many different things it could be. If you want to skim
So is
through
that
your
it?
abilities and see, um, or your, I don't think it's a class. I mean a racial, but
I think I just accidentally clicked on it at some point and switched over and
Could be.
needed to switch
Could
it
be.
back.
All right. So that is 2. So Loki, go ahead and give us a roll. I mean, Verti, go give us a roll with +4. Orndor is not trained in survival, I presume.
I'm trying to see if I
He is. Actually, he is.
All right,
He will
so
try to assist.
there you go. All right, so that's a total of 22. So I will say that you have enough raw material to do one of those
One of those
2.
mods.
Either the, like I said, one is a augmentation that you put onto your person to embed within your skin. The other one is an armor upgrade. Using, again, it gives you the invisibles spell, but instead of magic, it's technology. So like detect magic wouldn't work against it, dispel magic wouldn't work against it, stuff like that.
Well, if we're talking medicine, I could probably, if we make that augmentation, I could do the procedure to graft it onto somebody.
Yep, and Will could do the.
So I'm a pretty good engineer, but I am not the best engineer in our group.
Yeah, that would probably be Will, or Twitch.
Yeah, I could
They're
do
both
then, like,
both mechanics, so they both are
Mhm.
good at that stuff. And so they could both do the light warp armor armor upgrade if they wanted. So let's see, who's gonna carry this? I'm gonna say it's 1 bulk. It's gonna be quite a bit.
I mean, I
I'll
could.
carry it.
I
I'm not
could.
strong, but I'm not a combat person, so it's not like it's going to slow me down carrying it. And it's not like I can't set it down on the ground if we get in trouble. But I'll carry it.
And does anybody have a convenient sack or anything to put it in?
I've got backpack, industrial backpack. There's not currently holding anything.
Oh, gear. I
Dog
keep looking for
doesn't have a
inventory. It's
backpack.
not
He
there.
doesn't carry a lot on him. Everything he's got is in the pockets of his lab coat.
Yeah, so Doc, you're already carrying a bunch of stuff. For some reason, it shows you.
I think there's stuff on there that I'm probably not actually carrying. Let's see.
Augments, allies, beaker.
Yeah, I'm not carrying that much in the bulk. But
1, 2, 3, 4.
I only have a total of 2 bulk right now, so I can carry it in my backpack if you want.
How about I just my null space bag and put it in there?
Oh, it's your darts, I think. 51 darts is 5 bulk.
there we go. There we go. I'm
Yes.
not carrying all those darts.
That's what it is.
Basically, I have 1 clip, and when it's gone, I'm done. I do not carry reloads on my gun if we're away from the ship or away from our hotel. Once I've shot the 1 clip, that's it. I have to do syringes at that point.
Speaking of reloads, you mentioned robot is low. Anybody else who is low, you can swap out batteries if you have extra batteries. I think one of the techno mages might have the. There's a cantrip, I think, where you can swap charges between devices. I don't know for sure if I know it's a spell. It might be a cantrip. But the point is, if you need to reload now, it's only a movement action during a combat, so it's not the end of the world.
I believe for I want to say I've not played a Technomancer, but I want to say that's an ability Technomancers have to transfer charge. I could be wrong.
No, it's
it
a
could be
cantrip.
Is it okay?
Yeah. Yep. And it's called transfer charge. Plus, there we go. We're gonna say, all right. So we'll give it to Will since he is only carrying exactly 2 bulk. So you are correct. Glass serpent scales. And if you want to go ahead and open that up, 1 bulk. Click the little piezo symbol, and
What am I opening up?
the glass serpent scales
Where are they?
in your inventory. Oh, gear.
Oh, it wasn't there when you were talking to me. Okay.
Bulk 1. There it is. And then just put anything you want to in there as far as just to remind you of if you want to. I think you might be able just to drag the link that I sent you in there, or just, you know, enough to make an upgrade
Cannot.
or augment. Okay.
Or
So
maybe I can. It's a full length. No, it doesn't appear to. Let me lock that again and see if it brings that back up. Oh, it does. Very good. All right, cool.
cool. Yeah. So now if we forget what that's for, you now know. All right. So anybody else? So that's gonna take. Give me. That was Verti. This thing is a huge creature. I'm gonna say that took you altogether an hour, so you guys can get a short rest. Let me go ahead and push that. If anybody wants to use their stamina to get there, I mean their.
Now this is a new day. Do we have anybody injured?
I
You're
have
the only one that's
one
hurt.
fatigue.
Mine was just fatigue.
No, you took 3 points of damage.
Oh, you put it in my temp and not my wounds.
Oh, I'm sorry. I sure
Okay,
did.
that's fun.
Yep.
Okay. I was
Too many
wondering where
boxes.
I was wondering where the temp hit points came from. I was like, I didn't put that there. It's maybe somebody cast it. I don't know. But all right. So I am going to now, it's a good question. Now I'm going to ask you for your interpretation on this.
Okay.
With my field dressing, it says render medical aid to an adjacent willing or unconscious creature. Do I include myself in that?
So,
or can I only
is it
field dress
automatic
other
or is there a
people?
roll?
It's automatically. It's just heals 4 points as a field dressing as an action.
So, I would say if you is anybody else trained in medicine? I think.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. So if you have somebody helping you, then it's automatic. There's no check or anything. If you're doing it on yourself without any assistance, then I would say it would be a very low medicine roll.
Fair enough. Well, I'm a really good doctor, so I'm going to attempt to.
Well, you've got
medicinize myself.
You have 3 other people who are
Yeah.
trained. They can help you.
Yeah, we're like a paramedic crew. We're all doctors. We're all engineers.
I mean,
we're awesome.
Aren't we basically mercenaries? You would think they would give like all their foot soldiers basically first aid training.
Exactly. Yep. Most military has first aid, basic first aid, field dressing and stuff.
How to dress a sucking chest wound.
Exactly.
However, if you get an injury on your back, on your ass, on your stomach where you can't reach, it really does help to have somebody around that also knows how to do that.
Yes.
Anyways,
my one injury I couldn't treat for myself. I got shot in the ass, and I couldn't help myself. So I have been right there, needing somebody to do something.
Oh man!
All right, so you guys have defeated the robot, who you may not have even had to fight. We'll never know. You defeated this creature that did some unwanted touch to Doc.
Reach
Doc was
out and
molested.
touch me.
What would you guys like to do? You still haven't got past the first room. So
We need to go back inside and keep searching.
Search
Yes.
the desk, see if we can find any important information in that robot's desk.
There's probably another one of these around somewhere, and perhaps
Oh yeah, that's right.
babies as well. Be on the lookout. Do we have any
Oh,
kind
lovely.
of can we detect invisibility? Do we have any kind of anybody have any sensors or magic that can do that?
I have not been able to learn that skill, but I would love to. Someone can teach me the appropriate sensor to stick on my body. I'll use it.
I think we are not skilled enough for such things yet, but be on the lookout. This place is old. Is there power to the building? Can we see any evidence that there's power to the building?
Well, the robot
there is now no
came
power in this.
alert
There does not appear to be any power in this room.
in the room we were in the room with the robot desk.
Correct.
All right.
Okay.
I have another question. Does there appear to be any sort of fire suppression or sprinkler system in here? I'm thinking if there's an invisible creature, if we set off the sprinklers, we'll at least be able to see it.
I like how you think.
Nice.
You also don't know how it could get in.
It's a serpent. It'll sneak into very narrow places, probably.
Slither,
I don't
slither.
know. Snakes and rats and cats and things. Certain animals have a way of just getting through spaces that they shouldn't.
Oh, they sure as hell do.
Octopi are the same way. An octopus can fit through a very small space. So, yeah, but we also don't know if there are other ways in and out of this building either. Like I said, I'm more worried about baby ones because there could be a lot of them.
Good point. Babies and a potential partner, sister, brother, whatever.
So being built in Corona, there is a fire suppression system.
Sweet.
You don't know if it's working or not. You also know this thing was blasted by radiation.
So yeah, it might
when
not
last
work,
it was open. So it may be exhausted if it was a finite amount of stuff in it.
Will, does robot fly or is he a crawly?
He's a crawler, but he can crawl up walls too.
Why don't you crawl him up to the roof and see what was up there?
Why not?
Because it's where this thing was.
No, that's what I said. I agree. Why not? So,
right, so give me a perception check in the tower.
Can you roll that for me? I'm away from the desk at the moment.
Robot and skills. Actually, it's front page.
Yeah, robot doesn't have skills, so to speak.
Perception. Oh, I do have a tower. Oh, okay, I just moved it and forgot because I never use it. Okay, so you see there are remnants of what appears to be like a little nest with droppings and loose scales here and there. Looks like it's stayed on top on the roof.
Can I, from what I see, passing that information along to Will, can I tell if it looks like that was? Can I get a feeling for multiple possibilities? How many possible other things might have been with him in the nest, or does it look like it's just one creature's offer, droppings.
You're not sure.
I will relay this to everybody through Will.
You can also forward the video.
I will forward the video.
So they can all see what it sees as it's going if you want.
Yes, I will do a group share. We're on Zooming right now.
Woohoo!
Or whatever the equivalent is in the Starfinder universe.
Well, the fact that the nest is on the roof is sufficient for me to suspect that there's probably not more inside. That it was left here as a guard creature. Rather than just a random creature that decided to nest here.
Very good.
Okay.
Still,
So
be
we'll
on the
press
lookout
on.
for invisible babies, because you never know.
Does anyone in this group, by the way, have the ability or any equipment with us to test for actual radiation levels in this area?
Hold on. I might have something.
Because we did kind of ignore all the warnings about don't go in there, it's dangerous. Danger, danger.
All right, let me look up this item here.
So as you guys are talking and deciding what you want to do, you would be moving into the building. Get out of the heat as soon as possible, except for Twitch. Twitch doesn't care, but
Twitch doesn't care. Yeah.
I don't care that much anymore either. Will anyway. My most recent augment. Or whatever it was that I upgraded, or skills, whatever, gave me some protection against heat.
nice. Okay. And does
I don't know
Robot
how
have the
much.
same thing?
I'm not. No,
Okay.
robot's a robot. So I don't know what his effects are in terms of heat.
I'm not
much it
going
would
to worry
affect the
about the
robot.
hour it took you to do it. You could have easily stepped inside for a couple minutes, drank some water and stuff, gone back out. So I'm not going to worry about. I'm going to say
All
you
right,
weren't exposed for the full hour that it took to get the scales off this thing.
Yeah, my micro lab acts as a chemolyzer, but unfortunately that does not include radiation, but it can take small samples.
Do we still have communication with our patron, whoever sent us out?
That's from the
Through our
Deep Cultures
comlink?
Institute on
Yeah.
another bubble. So you could communicate.
Is it possible they could? Is there any technology they could download something so we could, through our equipment, that would be able to test something or give us some clue as to how to test radiation here?
No, you would have to go buy it.
Okay. All this advanced technology, and they can't transport a simple program to us. Not simple.
That's not how software works.
Not now, but it could in a more technology advanced. I hope someday.
Okay, so let's say, like, you have a camera. You can't download an app to make it like fly like a drone. That's not how it works.
No, but
No,
you
but
might be able to make it.
don't one of your engineers have a handheld scanner of some sort? Something, anything?
Yeah, but I don't think.
Doesn't your custom toolkit do that kind of stuff? You're a drone mechanic. You guys still get remote hack, don't you? Or is that the EXO
It is a choice. It's
Cortex
one of the
mechanic?
options
Choice, and
that
I
somebody
did
has.
not get. Right, we don't have it.
Okay, it's not necessarily a given thing.
So can we check the that desk that automatic robot was sitting over and see if anything there can be powered up to see if maybe it has something that tells us something?
So you want to do go ahead and give me an engineering check? Is anybody going to assist him?
I will.
Woohoo!
And it was engineering?
Yes, and if your total is higher than 10, you don't have to roll.
All right, mine's 10.
Okay.
Well, I got 10 with
So
a
you have
1.
13. You do not see anything on this robot that you think would be any kind of radiation
No, I'm sorry.
detector.
I was asking about the desk it was sitting over. Is there any computer, anything there that could be powered up at all?
No, it's long since there's
Decrepit.
nothing working that's there.
All right.
Oh, bummer. Orendor had a radiation sweeper, but it specifically says it's on the ship.
Oh,
Yeah.
bummer. Well, remind me next time to make sure that at some point we pick up a Geiger counter.
Well, I think that was the reason it's on the ship is it's probably big. It's got a bulk of one by itself. Nope, it's a handheld device.
Oh, well. Oops.
I don't know why he
riot
wouldn't be
shield.
carrying it, but he's not carrying it.
I mean, my riot shield is 2 bulk, so
Yeah, but you're big and burly. It's not a big deal to you.
one, I guess.
All right, so we're just gonna hope that nothing's gonna gradually radiate us, and
I'm sure whatever it is, I can fix it.
all right, so let's wander inside then.
Orndor is going to wander up there and kind of peek through the cracks in that door up there to see what else might be up that way.
All right. So as you
I
look,
don't like the idea of leaving an unexplored path behind us because, well, look what just happened to Doc.
cabinets, counters are in the room. It looks like a break room. Got a small sink, table, 2 chairs that have been burned. But there's also several cans sitting on the table.
All right. Let's see. I don't know what Orndor's alignment is, but he's a halfling, so I imagine he's curious. Is this door open enough for him to slip himself through there without disturbing it?
No, you would have to open it a little bit. Virtue
right.
and Will give me perception checks.
Where's my? Oh, there it is.
Okay. And Orendor, is he trained in culture? Does he have any ranks in culture?
Let me look. He has a rank in culture.
All right, so give me culture and a mysticism check. All
Nice.
right. So that is enough for you to know by looking at these cans that one of them that they are a sulfur flavored drink made here and is drunk by fire loving creatures. So like Efreet and things like that.
Efreet, the Azer. Because we met an Azer on board the ship, didn't we?
You did.
So there were, I guess some of the employees here. Is Ganassi a thing in this game? You know, elemental people?
Efreet, yeah.
Okay, they're just Efreet, or just elemental people and not, fire-loving gods of some sort. All right. Afreet are fairly common in the corona, are they not?
Yes.
Okay. So it's not odd to see this. All right. I'm going to pry the door open and pop my head in and poke around and see if there's anything in here. You know,
All right, you have a perception check.
we're sticking in our pockets. You know. This is something Doc probably wouldn't bother with, but a curious hobbit, gotta check it out.
All right, so by the way, it's called Pit Brew.
Is there an unopened can of it on the table?
But you notice two things. One, that the dates on it are fairly recent, within the last month when they were
Are
brewed.
they burned?
No, the accident happened many years ago.
But this is recent, so somebody's been here.
And they are alcoholic, by the way. But there are no unopened ones, but you do see that one of them has little bits of paper stuffed into it.
Let's see if we can pop that out and see what that is.
So it's a checklist. Who reads? Does anybody besides Loki read Ignan?
Hold on. Orindor knows a lot of languages.
I should be able to do it this way. Let's see if this works.
I'm just looking for where it's at. He does. Orindor reads Ignan.
Let me see. See if that works. It does work. All right. So there's 3.
Oh, okay. I see.
There you go.
I was clicked on Doc at the time. It said Orindor. Okay, there we go. I see it. I see the translation.
So it's a little checklist. The last one.
I see that.
I
will not.
Is a little smudge. There's a little smudge on the of the liquid that's sort of blocking out the last number. But you have 4 out of the 5.
I will tuck that in my pocket.
You also find a dusty med kit in a cabinet that has 6 med patches, 2 purple nanite hypo pens, and 2 doses of tier 1 stimulant.
Hey guys, check this out.
Fun
he
time.
may be a curious hobbit, but he's not a sleaze, so he's going to share what he found with everybody.
So it's in the party sheet.
Sweet.
And I'll let you guys grab what you want. Just open up your gear and grab the piezo symbol, drag it over to your character in the gear
Those
section.
purple hypo pens, nanite pens, remove conditions. Very nice.
And you have 2.
Conditions like stunned and dazed, etc., etc. Very nice to have. If you want Doc to take them, he can administer those via his needler pistol.
That's right, from across the room.
Same with the stimulants. He can administer, and I already have some, so I can administer those to other people.
Very much time for 1d4 rounds. It gives you all penalties, removes all or ignore all penalties due to being fatigued or exhausted. Wow.
Gives you wings.
It's a little orange bottle, 30-second energy.
There you go.
Did I take the med kit?
I took 2 of the med patches.
Yeah, I mean, Doc will take whatever anybody else doesn't want, but if you guys want it, take it.
Loki, is there anything there you want? You want me to grab for you?
I say somebody else should carry at least one of those hypo pens.
Good condition. Nice.
Because to have them both on the same person, if that person goes down, then we're done. So we should spread it all out as much as possible. I already have a tier 1 stimulant, so somebody else should take those.
All right, well, I'll take a hypo pen and one of the stimulants.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Same.
Because Doc's got a few things in his bag already that he's acquired that, when the time comes, can use it on people.
All right, I'll throw the rest. I'll give Loki the med patches that are left.
Sorry, Sven. As you can see, I was eating and I had my mic muted.
Orendor will come back out of that room. He'll be holding one of these cans. He's like, guys, this stuff was brewed recently. And he'll toss the can down. Also, I found this, and he'll pull out a list. And he'll say,
Yeah, scroll back up now.
I've got it on my button. It's somebody's note. This note says, upgrade lock. And it says refit bot, which maybe they did or didn't. But this is a curious one. It says recode 6262, but the last number is smudged out. So,
It's
and
gonna
this
be
stuff, if Reet drink this stuff, it smells like farts. So be on the lookout for a Freet.
that last number is gonna be a 6. It follows a pattern. I'm pretty sure.
Well, if there's a keypad, see how smart is Orendor? Would he be able to figure this out? I don't want to be smarter than my character. 14, he's pretty smart. Thinking if we find a keypad, we already know 2 of the numbers. Maybe there's a mark or something on the other button to let us, Sometimes people keep their keypads nice and clean. Sometimes they don't. And people that are free tend to leave burn marks on the things that they touch.
Uh-huh.
So, well, let's look around for a panel. Is there one here?
You do not see a panel.
Well, we'll keep that in mind. I'm sure this code will come in handy somewhere. And
Check.
Orendor will stand at the back and to the side so as to avoid whatever might be coming out that door.
Oh, and I'm sorry from before. That may Verti and Will. So you both notice actually that the steel double doors to the west. You both notice that it looks newer than the other doors.
All right. Let's try these doors.
And they are locked.
Of course they are.
And I'm hitting the wrong button. So you see nothing.
You see nothing.
There we go.
Do we have a lock picker? Somebody who can pick the lock?
Engineering is what it takes to pick a lock.
Just preaching
Come on.
clear, Andy.
Come on up here,
Spank.
Twitch.
Yep, you can try
Come on.
breaking it down. But
Let me
Twitch,
at that door. See if I
Twitch,
can
did
pick
you want to
it.
share the information you had found out about the robot?
I don't even remember what information I found out about the robot.
So you had found out. Here, let me. Come on. Hold on just a second. Shift. There we go. Let me slap it in the chat and share it just with Twitch. There we go. All right, there you go.
Oh, okay. So y'all, they refitted this robot on purpose to make it look like it was decrepit to encourage us or anybody else to underestimate it. It takes a successful DC-21 engineering check. It takes a successful engineering check to realize the damage is superficial and no vital systems are exposed or non-functional.
Somebody wanted to make it look like a raggedy robot, and it really wasn't.
Correct.
Ha. Well, good thing we killed it then.
So whoever did this isn't really stupid.
Oh no.
All right, so it takes a. You are not able. Did anybody assist?
Yeah, she
I will.
twitched it.
Oh,
Doc will assist as well as necessary.
I was rolling to try and pick the lock myself. I didn't know if somebody
Yeah.
was doing it
I
already.
can assist her, or the other way around. Yeah.
All right, so you're close, but you're not able to. Twitch is not able to get it undone. So I will allow. Let's
Will
see.
she be able to make a second attempt?
I'll let you switch and see. Since you're both helping each other, you might be able to learn from each other. And since Twitch you both have a +10, so Will, if you want to roll with a +2, I don't know who else is trained in engineering.
Oh, there you go.
Plus 2 would be 28. I didn't put the +2 in, but
All right, so
Yeah,
that is enough.
Say Doc can assist if necessary as well.
There you go. So you are able to go through and get it, learning from the stuff that Twitch did. What doesn't work, you're able to bypass it and hook up your. What is your toolkit look like?
the handheld. Just think tricorder.
Well, it's mechanical. I mean, it's got to have some sort of tools and things. It's not a scanning medical device.
No, but in terms of size and what it looks like, it's just I can open it up and has compartments all over it. But yeah.
Now, there were engineering tricorders as well. Maybe it
Right.
works off of nanites.
So you open it up and you connect a couple wires and make some tweaks and click, you hear it unlock. Let me shift. There we go. Tink. All right, so the doors are unlocked. And I'll expand the map a little bit for the chat. They open. All right, so why aren't I seeing anything? There we go. All right, so as you step in to this room, you guys immediately notice the bright light from the north. The ceiling is 20 feet high, and you see that the north wall of this room is a massive. What? Hold on a second. I want to see what. It's a massive polarized window looking out. It's right on the edge of bubble. So it's looking around. You see this roiling plasma, and the surface of the sun is right there. You see that there's a archway to the northwest, and there's the double doors where you came in, and then there's the door to the southwest, sort of says facilities. The ground here is all burned and bubbled up, and you see there's destroyed equipment that's for us lots of different anatomies, the equivalent of like treadmills and weights and things like that. But let me go ahead and open this up. I don't like how they did the line of sight. I messed with the lighting, but I didn't realize the line of sight was so weird. Give me a second. Oh, that's why. The dumb things. I'm just going to get rid of some of these occluders. Give me so go ahead and move in. Yeah, token should be unlocked. If in you want. Select. Okay, so let me go like that.
Would you move, please?
Yes, I will in just a moment once I'm.
Thank you.
Why isn't this doing it? Come on. Behave. Alright, I'm not sure why that's not doing what it's supposed to do, but we'll just do each one individually. That works too. There we go. Alright. That gives you a little bit better idea. This is one of. I don't know how I didn't notice this before, but they blocked off the walls. I don't like it. Anyway, it'll be fixed for next week. Alright, so let me move Loki in. What are you guys doing? You're looking around.
Yeah, I'm looking around cautiously.
I agree
Okay,
with that.
so give me just a second here. Here it is. 6. Oh, okay. That's where that is. Okay. So go ahead and give me perception checks. Those of you who are actively looking around. Oh, okay. All right, so who nailed it? Let's see. Will, Verti, Twitch. Okay. And Twitch. There you go.
Oh dear goodness. Oh, who's close enough to me?
You have comm units,
Hey.
so.
Oh, I'm saying to my comm, hey, you guys. There's a face peeking at us from the west archway. Go over there. Ow. Do you guys see it?
Orndor is going to get up against the wall and kind of sneak just up to the edge so he can peek around.
All right, give me stealth.
Probably not very. Oh, he's actually pretty good at stuff. Not today, but he's usually pretty good at stuff.
All right, so as you're walking up there, you sort of step on.
Accidentally kicks a Pilates ball, which goes bouncing across the floor.
And here's this. Here's this. Go ahead and give me another perception check in the tower, please. Everybody, this is on your turn. This is just going to save me time from asking everybody individually to do it on your turn. So this is what's going to happen on your turn. And here is that. All right, Twitch and Verity and Loki, waiting on rolls from you.
I did mine.
No, you have a roll that popped up in the middle of your screen. Loki, I'll do yours for you.
It works for me. Just
Oh, initiative. You're asking for initiative.
There we go.
Thought you were
Perfect.
talking about my stupid perception.
All right, so that actually works out just fine because this thing goes first. All right, so stepping around the corner is this strange little creature. It's click. Looks like this. And it is, I believe it's small. Yeah, it's a small creature.
okay.
It's from the never-ending story.
Which creature? I can't see them. I can.
He steps around the corner and
My
breathes
computer
at you.
my computer just froze.
As this
You swear I'm gonna take this damn thing out to the woods.
Do a little Office Space action on it. As this steam comes spewing from his mouth. All right, so it is. I need a reflex save from Orin and Verti.
I'm not doing good on the reflexes today.
Here it is. Okay, good. Self. Boom. All right, so you got to get to. So it could be good, could be bad. I do have a way of actually applying it, so I'm sorry. I didn't see it. I was on a different page completely, so than where it normally is. So there you go. This way I just get to click a button. See, you both save. There you go. Boom. Take a little bit of steam damage as this thing burns you, and it quickly goes away because of the heat and the sun. And that is its turn. Loki. You are 25 feet away from it. You guys want me to darken up the grid?
It could
I'm
be
good.
a little bit more noticeable, yeah.
Change the color first. And then make it a little darker. Whoa.
Whoa.
There we go. All right. So I'm sorry, Loki, what did you say you were doing?
I'm gonna shoot it with my laser pistol.
All right, so shoot away.
Well,
Is it working for you?
my,
You want me to do it?
you can do it, please. Thank you.
All
Roll
right.
it.
Click. All right, 10 on the die is a hit. 15 total. As your laser beam shoots out, burns in. And I'm gonna say, being a technomancer that you are and stuff, you realize that this creature appears to be made of steam, and the laser doesn't do anything to it. Orndor. Same thing. You're close enough. You see this laser beam go right through it, and doesn't seem to affect it at all.
Curiouser and curiouser.
Oh, and let me check your perception rolls. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Boy, Twitch has been killing it tonight. All right, Orndor. Doc?
Oh,
Jingo?
it's Orndor's turn.
Yep.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. Didn't realize it was his turn. All right. Let me have a look at what he can do. See what his spells are. So a laser didn't hurt it. Orndor will think for a second and scratch his skin and say, when in doubt, go with the old faithful.
All right.
And
Robot.
rip a trio of magic missiles at it.
Nice. And those do seem to have an effect. Robot notices on its turn, as does Twitch.
Oh, I think he only has a move of.
So if you could wait to say anything until your turn. This way I won't forget. But you guys both have whispers in the chat. And actually, Will, it's your turn.
Where's Doc? All right, I'm going to run over to Doc and whisper to him. You see that collar on its neck? Looks like an explosive, like a bomb collar. This creature might be under control of somebody else.
So you guys remember you have seen one and its effects on the ship, the Breath of Embers. Remember the pilot had one and was killed by it? It was just a pile of ash with a collar.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll ask him, what do you suggest?
Engineers, this is for you. That collar can be detonated remotely. We need to find a way to jam it to prevent that.
Oh, great. I actually do have a skill that can do that. Hold, next turn.
All right, so you're moving up and talking to Doc. Verti?
Mm-hmm.
Do I attack it? Or attempt to, I should say.
Don't forget you did take damage, so you start off with, I think that gives you an entropy point, if I'm not mistaken.
No, it's only if it's double my level in
okay.
one hit.
I'll do extra damage to you if you want.
No thanks. Let's see if I can hit it with the Entropic Strike. I guess I could try to disable the color via blunt force. That could be cool.
And you haven't seen it at this point anyway. So boom, you slam into this thing with your shield. Poosh. And it does some damage, but not as much as you think it should. Expect it to. All right, robot.
Speed is 40.
As it skitters. Are you on the ceiling or on the floor?
I'm trying to determine the, whoops, wrong creature. Trying to determine the distance. 80 if I go direct, basically, except that I've got stuff in the way. Well, I will go as far as I can. I will skitter along the wall to make it a little quicker if I can. Basically, I'll get as close as I can to it on this round.
All right,
However,
so what's your speed?
40, but I'm just going to double move or sprint or whatever I can do to get there as far as I can go.
So do you want to be above Verti?
Sure.
So how high up on the wall are you? It's a 20-foot ceiling.
I need to be. Where's it? What does it say? Adjacent to you. I need to be adjacent to him.
All right, so we'll say 15 feet. That's what I just took off. We'll put it back on him. 15. There we go.
Yeah, I need to be adjacent to the creature, not
Right.
to Verti. Okay.
So
very
I
good.
was doing that before
I gotcha.
put him in a square. So
Gotcha.
for now, we're just going to stick it here.
That's fine.
And we know that he's on the wall above Verti. Make sure.
Right. That's it for him.
Yeah, you guys can see it. All right. Twitch.
And he will then go still to basically become more or less invisible.
Okay. Make sure you can see well. All right, Twitch, what would you like to do? If you guys haven't noticed, you should look at the plasma from the surface of the sun. There's a little special effects going on up there.
I'm going to use my my hail pistol.
Oh, hail no.
Oh, hail, yes.
Oh, hell yes.
And it's a hit. Ooh, vulnerable.
Nice. So you do see that it burns and does a little extra damage.
Nice.
All right, Doc. Are you? Well, actually, Twitch, you gonna move?
No, I'm going to stay right where I'm at.
Okay, Doc.
All right, somebody's trying to get that thing off of him. I'm going to, as a move action, do my life sciences check on it to see what I can know about it.
One round. How long
So
is
it's
a
not a
round
roll.
again? 6 seconds?
Yes. So when you use your move action, you don't roll. It is there in the
it's
combat
automatic.
tracker. It's an automatic 30. So it's that 10 plus 1.5 is that. So you can know 3 things about it. You know it is a mephit, which is a magical creature. Extraplanar. It's a small outsider extraplanar. Fire and water.
So it would be vulnerable to cold and maybe air. Air is cold. Electricity could be air as well.
Are you asking or are you guessing?
I'm guessing.
Okay.
I would say we already know it is immune to lasers, and we already know it's
Which is fire
vulnerable
damage.
to cold. How will electricity affect it?
Oh, wait a minute. All right, so you're asking for immunities. It is immune to fire, and it has damage reduction of 5 magic.
Okay, fair enough.
So that's one thing.
Let's see. How smart is it?
Not smart enough not to get caught and put a collar on his neck.
It is 6, so it's not
Okay.
below average.
Smart enough that it could probably learn languages. Let's see.
Yes, they speak Ignan and Common typically. I'll give you that one for free.
I believe I cannot communicate with it. That is not a language I speak. I speak a lot, but
You
not
don't
that one.
speak common?
No, Ignan. I don't speak Ignan. But they speak common. I will say.
So did you want to know anything else about it? So 2 more things you can
No,
know.
there's nothing else that I think I need to know right now.
All right, so you know they fly, and you know that they can be insubstantial because they're made of steam.
All right. In the common tongue, I will tell it, we're trying to rescue you. Don't resist. And I'm not going to take an action against it this round.
All right, so give me a diplomacy check.
Stop resisting.
That just made me think of police videos.
Yeah, no doubt.
Guys laying on the ground, kicking and screaming, pulling his hands away from. They tell him to stop, and he's like, "Oh no!"
So as you're studying your comm unit and your medical database, telling you all the information, we're trying to help you. Stop resisting, and you're not even sure if it even heard you. All right, so it cannot do that yet, but it can. It takes a 5-foot step back, and it will zap Verti. And Orindor recognizes this as an energy ray spell, and it misses. Zips past Verti, because Orindor uses that all the time.
Yeah, I've seen him use it.
All right, Robot. So it is 10 feet away from
Will
you right now.
they? Or did it move?
Yes.
All right, I'll move so that I'm adjacent,
Okay, so he
and
climbs up
then
and over the
Will
wall,
will.
or do you want to go down to the floor and over? I presume you want to go up and over since he's trying to be stealthy, right?
Sure, why not?
Okay, so it's only 5 feet up. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20. What is his speed? 40, you said?
40. Yeah,
And then back down. Yes, 25. So he's still got 15 feet of movement, no problem. He's now.
he's just gonna be right there.
Yep.
So uh, he will wait for Will to use his power on him. So
Okay. Yep. He's got.
he's
There happens to be a little wall there, so it's nice. You can just crawl back down the wall and get close to him again. All right, Verti. He tried to zap you with his fire ray.
I yeah. Sorry. I guess I'll try to hit him again. Move up, and I guess I'll try to use an entropy point this time.
Okay, you're gonna step up and use an entropy point. And what are you doing with the entropy point?
Extra damage.
Okay.
It hit.
Doing a little entropic strike boost. Nice, 9 damage. As again, as it sizzles and burns and bubbles up some of the steam. Will.
Who's next? Orndor? I will
Yes, you will.
run up to Orndor quickly and say, get over there and get that collar off. You have 6 seconds. And I will then cast or use my overload ability through my drone. I don't know where to. Is there a way to throw this? Oh, there we go. Trying to cause a short in an electronic device, as long as it's not larger than a medium size. Doesn't cause it to open. Oh, no, that's a locked door safe for the device to open. Anyway, but I can use the drone to do it.
Alright, so if it's an item or armor upgrade in someone's possession, the owner can attempt a reflex save. It does not have to. I'm going to see if he can figure out what is going on. I'm going to say... Doc did say that he was trying to help him, so I'm going to say it's going to be 8 or higher. Alright, so he is not going to try to resist as this thing tries to touch him. And actually, he doesn't even have to touch him, it just has to be adjacent, so
Right.
he's not going to try to make the save. Alright, so what does that look like?
So the robot sticks a couple of its hands out, an electrical pulse gets sent over to the collar and shorts it out for a brief period of time.
Woomph. Excellent.
And Will yell out to everybody, the collar is disabled. You've got 6 seconds. Get that thing off its neck.
Alright, Orndor.
Orndor is not the greatest engineer, but he's willing to try. Is he going to run over there and see if he can get this collar off? Is it a technological or a magic device or a hybrid?
I think he has to be here. I believe his speed is 20.
Okay.
Here, let me look at this 1 second. That's funny. Okay. Ooh, I have an actual page number. I can look at this real quick. It is a technological device.
Okay.
You can ask Loki and Twitch for help and delay for a second while they run over there.
That's it. That's not what I'm looking for. Okay.
Orndor is going to go ahead and take his crack at engineering to try to pop this loose.
Not bad.
All right, so that is what you needed. DC 21 engineering check. I'm going to again use the same roll he had before, so he doesn't resist. And you're able to remove the collar.
Once he removes it, he's going to toss it away. He doesn't
he,
know how it works, and he doesn't want to be holding it when somebody hits the incinerate button.
He points at it. Actually, no, he would say this in common. Sorry, let me switch back to. He points at it. Boom! And he's points
Yeah.
at mimes dying.
Yeah, we kind of figured that one. So where do you toss it, Orndor?
All right, Loki. You said you're going to throw it, or you do throw it?
He said he was tossing it.
Yeah.
But where?
Probably onto this bench right here. He's not going to like hurl it or throw it. He's just going to, kind of casually drop it on the bench
Slide it.
because he's just going to kind of toss it over on the bench because he doesn't want to be holding it in case it goes whoop.
Nice job, Orndor.
All right.
Nice job, team.
Is anybody else going to do anything aggressive toward this creature?
No.
No.
Orndor
I'm
speaks
fine with
Ignan
stopping.
and will say, "We won't keep fighting if you won't. You're safe now."
All right. So with that, use the little necklace token there. He says, "Curse is me." And that is where we will leave it for next 2 weeks. You guys have been swallowed by a snake. You've skinned said snake. You have gone into the gym, had a little bit of a workout, and have made friends with a steam mephit.
Well, I find it humorous that this place is called EOS. Here in Phoenix, we have an actual chain of fitness centers called EOS Fitness.
Nice. That's probably intentional. I don't know where Paizo is out of, but
They're not out of Arizona, and I think it may be a local. I don't know. It could be national. I just thought that was interesting.
That is pretty
It's
cool.
only a small handful of states because I looked it up for, I think it was Ship of Fools. It's in Arizona, Utah, Nevada, Florida, and California.
Okay, nice.
Oh, I'm like super tired right now, so I think I'll go.
Well, guys, thank you for playing with me.
Yep, have a good night.
And
Bye.
for those of you hanging out in chat, appreciate you. Don't forget you can like, subscribe, catch up with the stream. Next week we have Dawn of Flame. The Dead Sons. So come back for that if you're interested in D&D. Come back Wednesday and Thursday nights. This particular Thursday there won't be a stream, but Wednesday night there is. And whatever else you do, Enjoy the rest of your day. Everybody say good night.
Good
Good
night,
night.
guys.
Good
Everybody.
night.